Hi everyone, welcome to your week 14 video. So this week you're going to be viewing and responding to your peers' MTIP number 4 infographics, and you're going to create your own professional social media profile. So let's look at your checklist. Before I go any further, if you're watching this video right now, you should have already read the LinkedIn article called The Most In-Demand Hard and Soft Skills of 2019. If you haven't read this already, please just pause the video and read over it. It's a quick read, and it really talks about, just some of the skills that are obviously in demand, as you can tell by the title, on LinkedIn right now, which are hopefully some that you might be able to add to your profile on LinkedIn now that you've completed a lot of the content in this class. So after you watch this video, you're going to have two things to do. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to need to respond to the MTIP number 4 infographics by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. And the second thing that you'll do is you're going to just create your professional social media profile, which is due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. So let's look at the instructions for your MTIP number 4 responses first. So this week's discussion board is a little different. So instead of writing an original post, you're going to be responding to the infographics everyone created for MTIP number 4, which were due this past Sunday. So you're going to write those responses by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. And so normally when we have a discussion board, you have responses that are due on Sundays. However, because this week is a little different and you don't actually have an initial post, your responses are due by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. And don't worry, I'm going to make sure to send you reminder emails about this so you don't forget or let it slip through the cracks. So the first thing that you're going to do is access the week 13 discussion, MTIP number 4 forum, which I've actually linked in the week 14 activities folder, so you can just access it right from there. Next, you're going to view the majority of your peers' infographics. After viewing the majority of your peers' posts, their infographics, or maybe even while you're viewing them, you're going to respond to at least 4 of your peers' infographic posts by answering the following questions for each infographic that you respond to. The first question is about memorable aspects of the infographics design. So you're going to answer what design or graphic features of the infographic are most memorable to you and why. So when you're thinking about how to respond to this question, you'll consider, the design and graphic features that really grab your attention the most. The second question is about interesting aspects of the information or content of the infographic. So you're going to answer what information from the infographic is the most interesting to you and why, and be specific. The third question that you'll answer is about things that you're curious about after viewing and reading the infographic. So you'll answer, what are you curious about after viewing and reading the infographic? What question or questions do you have for the designer? So you'll respond to all 3 of those things for each infographic that you respond to. And, obviously make sure to actively engage with your peers' infographics and respond to them no later than Wednesday, April 17th at 11:59 p.m. Okay, so let's look at the requirements for the professional social media profile, which is due Sunday, April 21st by 11:59 p.m. So because social media has provided this instant access to information, ideas, and actually even future employers now, you're going to be using social media to create your own professional social media profile with LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is a popular social networking tool that allows members to create professional profiles, build a professional network, share information, and connect with potential employers. So that said, the overall purpose of this project is for you to develop a professional persona that showcases your experience, skills, aspirations, while demonstrating your knowledge of what it means to maintain a professional persona on social media. So for this assignment, you're going to create a professional profile on LinkedIn, and if you already have a LinkedIn account, that's fine. You're just going to update it so your profile meets the minimum requirements of this assignment. So let me walk you through what to do. First, you're going to just go to linkedin.com, right? Pretty easy to start. Then you're going to either follow the sign up instructions to create a new profile, or you're going to just log into your existing account. So after you're signed in, you're going to create your LinkedIn profile and use the LinkedIn tips for building a great student profile to assist you, the one that's linked here. And this checklist really walks you through all of the main requirements except for obtaining a personal link. So I'll show you how to do that at the end of the video. But let me just click on this to show you what it looks like. And we'll talk about these in a minute, but it really just it goes through all of the kind of main requirements of your profile, what I'm expecting to see. Okay, so if you do, want some more tips of, how to make your profile really professional or things that you should include, you can just use this LinkedIn for Students page. It has a bunch of different resources on it that you can click through. There's some videos, some other documents that you might want to look through. So that's optional. And once you've signed in, and you've kind of already started to create this account, you're going to make sure that your profile has all of these things. Okay, so we'll walk through each of them. So first is your professional profile. So make sure your photo is a good one, where your eyes are open, your face is visible, and you look professionally dressed. So you're going to have, if you don't have one of these pictures already, have, a roommate, a friend, a family member, someone, a classmate, take one of you, right? So if you don't have one already. Then you're going to have a headline. So this is really just like a brief bio. Mine currently says Assistant Professor of Educational Technology at Oklahoma State University. So for yours, you might add in your major and what you're aspiring to do or be. So just check the LinkedIn the LinkedIn profile checklist, the one that we just looked at, for an example of a good headline. Okay. The next thing is your summary. So you should describe anything that motivates you, your skills, what you hope to do next. Again, the checklist has a good example there. So your experience is the next bit, and this is where you're going to list all the jobs that you've held, including anything part-time. So make sure to describe any accomplishments that you had in these experiences. If you're worried because maybe you haven't had a job, a formal job yet, I guess I should have just put if applicable here. So if you haven't had a job yet, I guess you wouldn't list anything, but just make sure to notify me of that if you are in that situation. Okay, the next one is your organizations, and it says if applicable here. So this is where you'll discuss any clubs or organizations that you're a part of, and you kind of describe what you've done with each of them. So for education, you're going to start with college. So that for most people will probably be just what you have right now. Other people may have transferred in from a community college, so you could start with that. Some people may be coming back to college, so you might put other experiences that you've had, or if you went to a trade school or something, you might add that in here as well. So for volunteer experience and causes, really a lot of employers value this volunteer experience, especially if you haven't had a lot of paid work experience or jobs. A lot of employers who are hiring new college grads, they'll look at things like volunteer experience because they know that you haven't had a lot of, those actual work opportunities yet. Okay, the next one is your skills. So you're going to consider the skills from the reading this week, as well as the skills that you've acquired in this course. So you'll want to add in both those hard and soft skills that you read about, as well as some other ones, that might not exactly fit the wording from that reading. So let me go back out to the reading so we can just look at a few of these. We have these hard skills here, and one thing in this class that you might have already done is some video production, so maybe you could have that in there. Some of you may have done some animation in your video production, so that could be something. Let's see, computer graphics, that could be one, and you might tweak the wording of these a little bit, but there are some of these hard skills that you've acquired throughout this class that you could add in here. And then, in terms of some of these soft skills, collaboration, creativity, time management. So some of those things might be added to you might want to add to your profile as well. Okay. Okay, so honors and awards. Again, brag on yourself here. So this is, where you can add in academic, athletic, or other honors that you've earned or been awarded, and scholarships are things that could go here too. So courses, you're going to add courses here that show off your skills and expertise. So for experience, you could add this course in to align with skills of, video production or video editing or productivity software skills like Microsoft and Google and stuff like that. So this could be one, or I know a lot of you are doing health sciences stuff because you want to be, physical therapists or, something else related in the field. So some of those courses might be ones that you would want to list to show that you have skills in certain things related to your future career field. Okay, so the next one is projects, and again, if applicable, so if you have this section, you'd add information about, leading an individual or a group project and kind of discussing what you did and how you did it. So again, you'd want this to be something that's applicable to your future career. So don't just add in, random projects that you've done from class. And then optional thing for you to add, and this might be these might be some really great things to add for some of you. So if you have any specific certifications, like some of my health science people, like if you have CPR certification, add that in there, right? For some of you who I know multiple languages, right? Add that in there. Those are things that future employers are looking for. You can get recommendations on LinkedIn. Basically, those are, you would have to request them from other people. You don't have to do that, but if you really want to have some recommendations added to your profile, you're more than welcome to. Okay, so let's see. Once you've added all of the profile information that you need to, you're gonna join at least 2 groups. So the first group should really be associated with your chosen career field. And the other group should be one that's associated with Oklahoma State University. If you're having a hard time finding an OSU one, I recommend this OSU Career Services group. It'd be a great thing for you to get linked into anyway. See that pun there? You might meet someone that works at Career Services that could really help you get a job when you're done with college. And once you're done with all of this, basically you're going to create a personalized URL for your LinkedIn profile, which I'm just going to show you that right now. So once you're in your profile, you'll go to, actually I'll just go to the home screen. So once you're here, you're going to go to, view your profile. Internet's taking a little while. So you'll click on View Profile, and then once you get to the next screen, you'll see, and I'm really hoping that this doesn't change between the time I'm recording this and the time you guys are working on this. So you'll go to Edit Public Profile and URL. It should take you to a page that looks like this. And right here where it says, in the top right corner, it says Edit URL, and it may have already prompted you to create a personalized URL, and that's great. But if it hasn't, this is where you can personalize it. So you'll click on this little button and you can, kind of basically just type in whatever you want in here. And then you'll click save. I'm going to hit cancel because I've already added mine in. But, then you have a personalized profile. So it has, or a personalized profile URL. So it has whatever you've typed in here at the end. So pretty easy to, kind of go ahead and get that. And speaking of this URL, so, once you have this, basically what you're going to do is you're going to copy it, and this is what you're going to submit. So let's just go ahead and go to your submission instructions. So when you're ready to submit and you have your personalized profile link, you're just going to go ahead and paste the link into the Brightspace Dropbox. So I've set up the Dropbox to be a text submission, so you don't have to attach a document this time. You can just paste your link right in here. And you don't need to hyperlink, and I actually just don't even want you to hyperlink. Just copy and paste that personalized URL so I can see that you have a personalized URL. Okay, so just a few things left to do this week. You're going to make sure that you actively engage with your peers' infographics and respond to them no later than Wednesday, April 17th at 11:59 p.m. And you're going to complete your professional social media profile by Sunday, April 21st at 11:59 p.m. And that's it. So if you have any questions or need any assistance, please feel free to get in touch with me. I think that's all for now. Happy working this week, and let me know if you need anything.